And we are just so pleased to have Mr. Willie C. Doss with us, who is in the studio. He's a recruitment, retention, and outreach coordinator at Ombudsman in Chicago. And thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us. We're honored.
Great. And we also have Melia McDonald, who is a recent graduate. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Is she going to take my job?
She might. She's good enough.
That's right. Brother Doss, tell us about this.
Ombudsman is a division of ChanceLight, and we have been actually in the United States working since 1975. We've actually been doing working in a number of states, over 23 states, and have worked with over 13,500 students in 250 public school districts. So we've been around. We do a lot of work with students in education. Part of what we do is work with students who are at risk, students who've been incarcerated, students who have missed their credits and need credit recovery. And I would say the heart of Ombudsman is actually that we really care about our students, and we know that we just want to give them a chance to be able to make it and be successful, to be able to get their diploma. And so we work real hard at that. We serve ages from 14 to 21 to try to help them get their diploma.
That's excellent. That is excellent. Do a lot of people know about this? I'm just glad you all have come on today.
Well,
there's so many people. Call him. I'm going to.
That's right, and I'll give you the number. It's 312-806-9022.
312-806-9022. Because there are a lot of people I know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Or they can go to chicagoddiploma.com. Okay. And we're actually really excited about what our program has been able to do. We reach out to young people who have, really kind of lost their way, did not feel like they could make it in school. So we offer an alternative, a non-traditional way, if you will,
which is great,
of being able to try to get their diploma, and have a lot of success stories, a lot of students who are just powerful in their own right, and it's trying to show young people that they can do it. And so they come to our schools. We have 3 schools in Chicago, one on the north side at 7500 North Harlem. The principal there is Latina Lampley, and then we have one at 2401 West Congress here on the west side. And then that is Dr. Sam Brown is the principal there. And at our south campus, Miss Audrey Blindstrup is the principal, and that's at 6057 Southwestern Avenue. So we cover Chicago,
right.
And really are trying to do a bang-up job with reaching out to students and trying to help them and giving them a loving environment and a caring environment to try to be successful.
Malia, you dropped out of high school.
Yes, I actually did. I was really struggling with high school. It was very long hours for me. It was really hard for me to focus, and so one day I was at Foreman, and I decided, I can't do this anymore. So I ended up dropping out, and I called Ombudsman up, and I talked to them about it. I asked them, what's the school about? How long is the hours? Can I come in to see what everything's about? And, of course, they were sure. They had welcomed me with open arms, and I came in, wrote down my application, and the next day I started, and ever since then it was a wonderful experience for me.
Oh, that's great. And you graduated?
Yes, right. I graduated on time, and I was really behind,
Isn't that
actually.
something, on time?
Yes. Yeah. I was, my sophomore year, I had tumbled down a very, very dark path, and I got straight Fs. I was never going to class. I was just getting into arguments and fights. I was just, it was just a really dark time for me. And Ombudsman, as soon as I went there, everything else changed. It just brightened my whole life up. and it helped me out. It gave me time. It was from 12 to 4, so it gave me time to do my music career, have a job. Yes, everything. It helped me to do a lot of things that I wasn't able to do in high school, and it also helped me focus.
Now tell us, you're in college now, right?
Yes.
Tell us where you are.
I go to Wright College, and I study radiology.
Yes.
It's my second semester, and so Ombudsman has helped me to get there every single step of the way. They've also helped me to even find a job, and they helped me out with internships for the job. And, yeah, it's just been a great experience.
That is great. And you want to be a radiologist?
Yes. Well, music is my goal, but if I don't make it with music, then, of course, I'm going to be a radiologist. Both. Yes, that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
That's a great story.
Yeah. Melia's a great illustration of what a student who feels like maybe they can't make it, what they can do in a program like Ombudsman. And so she, her principal is actually now the senior principal for Ombudsman, and that is Mr. Tehil. And we call him Mr. T. And,
Mr. T.
So I would be remiss if I hadn't mentioned his name. But he had worked with Melia as well, and they had a great relationship.
But what's so impressive too? Obviously, she's smart, but she dropped out of school. She's at dark side, whatever. Mm-hmm. But you finished on time.
Yes.
By going to Ombudsman, you actually finished. A lot of people don't want to go back because they know they'll be far behind and so forth. Mm-hmm. And you finished as though you had never dropped out.
Yes, it was all great. About determination. I seen even a kid. He was about 16 years old, and he was going to graduate before me, and that was just kind of my determination that I needed to graduate on time too. So I started going to. I went to all 3 sessions because there's 3 sessions from 7:30 to 11:30, 12 to 4, and then 4 to 8. And I went to all 3 sessions every single day to graduate on time. And I actually graduated a week before the deadline. And that was just like the best day of my life was graduating.
That's Melia McDonald, a recent graduate, obviously. And now, of course, she's in college, and she's doing a great job. We also have Willie Doss with us. He's Recruitment, Retention, and Outreach Coordinator for the organization. They're doing great work. Anybody who wants to give us a call, please do so. 591-1690 is the number. This is great. Stay with us. We'll be back with our guests right after this.
Cliff Kelley on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
This is the opportunity you've been waiting for. For a limited time, get Xfinity X1 and Internet from Comcast for only $79.99 per month for 24 months. Enjoy the same rate for 2 full years with 2-year term agreement and enrollment in EcoBill and AutoPay. Plus, get $150 back when you sign up today. Over 140 channels, a voice remote you can speak to, and access to Netflix. Compare that to DirecTV. Plus, with Xfinity X1, you can stream thousands of shows and movies on any device, anytime, anywhere. Get blazing fast internet speeds up to 75 megabits per second. Compare that to AT&T. And keep connected on the go with millions of nationwide hotspots. Switch now to get this limited time offer from Xfinity. Only $79.99 per month for 24 months. Enjoy the same rate for 2 full years with 2-year term agreement and enrollment in EcoBill and AutoPay. Plus, act today and get $150 back. Call 1-800-XFINITY now. Offer ends 5/1/2017. Requires enrollment in EcoBill, paperless billing, and AutoPay. Netflix streaming membership required. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. New customers only. Equipment, tax, and fees including broadcast TV fee and RSNP extra. And subject to change. After promo, regular rates apply.
Are you looking for an education that can help to improve skills in and outside of the workplace? End your search today at City Colleges of Chicago. City Colleges offer non-credit professional and personal development courses to meet the continuous learning needs of all age groups across the city. With evening and weekend classes available at 5 citywide locations, gain the tools, facilities, and faculty needed to enhance your personal and professional growth. Earn industry certificates in fields such as web design, nursing, cosmetology, and real estate, or enroll in classes for recreational purposes to improve computer skills, learn a foreign language, learn photography, or take swimming lessons. For whichever skill or interest that you're looking to improve, City Colleges can help you advance toward the success you deserve. Get to know how City Colleges can work for you. For more information, visit ccc.edu or call 773-COLLEGE. Tired of renting? Want answers to your housing questions? Dreaming of owning a home? Danny Inspections and Bethel New Life presents the first Home Buyers Expo. Come meet the top real estate professionals under one roof. Real estate agents, down payment and closing cost assistants, real estate attorneys, HUD certified housing counselors, and more. Saturday, April 8th from 12:30 p.m. until 3:30 p.m. at Bethel New Life, 1130 North Lamont. Chicago's very own Dan Morgan of Danny Inspections is #1 in home inspections and 203K HUD Consulting. Register online today, DannyInspections.eventbrite.com, or contact Ivy at 1-877-HI-DANNY. That's 1-877-443-2669. Raffles and refreshments will be served. Don't miss your opportunity to become a homeowner. The first Home Buyers Expo, Saturday, April 8th, Bethel New Life, 1130 North Lamont. Register today. Don't delay. DannyInspections.eventbrite.com. Put our eyes on your prize. This traffic report is brought to you by Governor State University. Start your successful university career at Governor State University with the major you want, plus student housing, renovated labs, classroom, and library. Discover GSU at their open house Saturday, March 25th from 10 to 2. Learn more at govst.edu/open house.
WVON, traffic and weather now.
On the outbound Ryan Garfield to 95th is stop and go. It's a 25-minute ride getting out to 95th Street. Express lane's tight as well from Garfield to Marquette. Coming in at Canalport, got an accident reported in the roadway. Stevenson to the Circle is slow. That's a 25-minute commute. Seen some delays in the Express as well, 33rd to the Stevenson. No problems on I-57, but the Bishopport outbound at 111th, you have some ramp restrictions. A stall on the exit ramp there. 8094 headed eastbound. Tri-State to the Illinois-Indiana state line is tight. On the Tri-State Tollway headed southbound between I-80 and 8094. Also stop and go through that area. Stevenson's almost 40 to the Tri-State, 35 on the commute in. On the I-Cure 30, Post Office to Manheim coming in, almost a 45-minute ride. Kennedy just really heavy inbound from the O'Hare extension to Montrose, and the Eden's tight in as well from Dundee to Montrose at 2E, or just before anyway. Got an accident on the left shoulder, and lots of delays north and south on Lakeshore Drive. Chance of showers this evening, but only partly cloudy overnight. 45 will be our low. Partly cloudy in the morning, but just overcast in the afternoon, up to 72. It's 48 right now. That's traffic and weather now. I'm Robin Lewis on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Now, back to the Governor of Talk Radio, Cliff Kelley, here on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
WVON.com, the website. Check it out.
It's 5:52. Tonight, join our Chat Daddy Sims for the Thursday night edition of Real Talk, Real People. It's Women's History Month. Have you ever wondered how does a person get a job at a construction trade person? Chat Daddy welcomes to the show Shawisha McDane, who will share her story of how the construction business was her second career and change choice and how women and minorities are excelling in the construction business. That's important. All this and so much more at 6:35 on your favorite happy hour on the radio with our Chat Daddy Sims. We are continuing our conversation with Mr. Willie C. Doss, Recruitment, Retention, and Outreach Coordinator at Ombudsman and Chicago, and Melia McDonald, a recent graduate who is now in college and doing great. And to hear her story was just fantastic. Now, one thing that Mr. Doss said, Melia, you also sing well.
Yes, yes, I definitely sing very well.
That's great. That's great. So, are you trying to work that into your future also?
Yes, I would. I would love to have music as my career, like more than anything. Of course, I have radiology to fall back on if I don't, which is why I'm going to school. But as of right now, I have a studio. I have a whole group called Bandit. We all sing and we rap.
Wow.
And it's not anything like the Chicago music that's going on. It's not like trap music or angry. You know, we just talk about life and what's going on. Like, we're trying to bring the 90s back, you know?
I like that. That's great.
She's got it.
Yeah. He said you're really good.
Yes.
And I'm sure Mr. Doss would not fabricate.
Wouldn't do that.
No.
Never.
No. Mr. Doss, tell us more. What else do we need to know? This is great.
Well, I think knowing that Ombudsman is also affiliated with or part of CPS, Chicago Public School.
Yeah,
yes.
I knew that, and I wanted you to bring that out.
Yeah. And so we are not in competition with the schools.
That's
at
important.
CPS. We actually reach, and we've been working with like the network chiefs, the principals, and deans, to actually reach students that may be struggling that they've identified. And part of what I often ask them is if you can help us get to the student when you see that slide getting ready to start, then they don't become a dropout. Maybe we can get them and help them get back on track, and we can bring them back to you. So we spend time trying to get that done as well. So we do a lot of that, and the CPS schools that we work with are really helpful. Really understand what we're trying to do. Vast majority of them don't feel like we're in competition.
No,
they know that we're trying to help raise that graduate.
Exactly. No, there's no reason why. I knew that, and I'm glad you brought it up because people needed to know that it's not a charter or whatever. You're part of the CPS.
Right. We are an option school.
Yeah, that's right. You're an option school, so it's not a situation where you would be fighting each other at all. In fact, you're helping them.
That's what we try
to
do.
You're helping CPS because I'm sure. Well, Melia's a good example because if she hadn't gone there with you folks, Melia, you probably wouldn't have finished.
No, I was thinking about either getting my GED or just trying to find a job to just, so I could take care of myself. And then I found Ombudsman, and everything had completely changed for me, and I'm so happy that I was able to graduate.
That is great. That is what you can really call dropout recovery, which we don't have enough of. How many students have you all matriculated?
Last year we had over 200.
Yeah, okay, that's great.
Of the students that we brought in, and I believe the year before that it was 150. We've actually been in Chicago for 3 years now.
Okay,
and,
all right.
So we've been building up. Currently we have over 1,300 students in our 3 schools. So we're working with them.
Over 1,300 now? Oh, you've got a lot. That's great.
And we also do we have post-secondary counselors, special education counselors. We have some great deans there, at our schools, and just really work to make the environment not only safe, but one where they feel like they can learn.
Yeah, counselors too. Can I go?
You have to drop an age or two. I think if we can bring you down just about maybe 2 years.
Maybe 2 years. Yeah. So, that's fine. I'm glad you brought that up, though, because the ages. Give me the age on it.
We work between 14 and 21,
14,
actually.
Right, yeah, 14.
Yes, 14 and 21 years of age.
Oh, see, that's wonderful.
Yes.
14 to 21.
And so we really work very hard to try to reach them because we don't want to leave kids out on the street. We don't want to leave kids feeling like they don't have any hope. I happen to believe that if we can educate a young person, help them get their diploma, then we can show them that there's an additional future, that they can change their future.
Just like Melia being in college.
Absolutely.
Right.
Melia is one of those great stories.
Perfect example. Well, Mr. Willie Doss, I want to congratulate what you're doing, and I just thank you so much for spending some time with us. Give that number again for people who can get it more information, please.
They can reach us at 312-806-9022, or they can reach us at on the internet at chicagoddiploma.com. Chicagoddiploma.com.
That's great. Melia, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. I'll be watching for you on the screen or something,
Yes, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Can I also add, we actually have ongoing enrollment, so we have what they call open enrollment, so a student can come to us.
Oh, at any time?
At any time.
Great. I'm glad you said that. Open enrollment, so you don't have to wait. Okay.
Yes, sir. All right.
Thank you both.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Wonderful. Thank you for all of our listeners, our callers, and, of course, our great guest and our team. Our news reporter, or anchor, I should say, is Robin Lewis. Our technical producer, Joseph Luckett. Our executive producer is Courtney Scott. Keep it right here. The Urban Business Report coming up now, and then, of course, Chat Daddy. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
The Talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation. 1690 WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.